Imagine a massive cargo ship halted dead in the water off the coast of Singapore, halting billions of dollars worth of goods. The year is 2023, but this is no accident, it's a symptom. For decades, our tightly wound global economy depended on one undisputed force: America's willingness to police the seas and backstop the entire system. But now, America's stepping back, and what happens when that global safety net vanishes? The world is about to unspool, and nothing will work quite the same. Before 2019, the world ran on an invisible American engine, but that engine's sputtering. What powered this miracle made the world lean on a fragile, artificial order that's cracking right now. Peter Zeihan paints the picture of the U.S. Navy as the world's guardian angel, patrolling thousands of miles of strategic waterways like the Strait of Hormuz and the South China Sea. Its presence kept international shipping lanes safe from pirates, rogue states, and rival powers. Without this umbrella, key chokepoints become powder kegs threatening massive disruptions, as seen when the Ever Given blocked the Suez Canal, a snapshot of what happens if American naval protection wanes. Think of global supply chains like a fine domino line, stretching from Chinese factories to American homes. Every piece, raw materials, manufacturing hubs, shipping ports, is a fragile domino. Let one fall, maybe a political dispute or a pandemic lockdown, and the entire sequence collapses. This delicate ecosystem only thrived because it was propped up by U.S. military might and dollar dominance, keeping the whole system humming smoothly at dizzying speeds. Zeihan reveals a sharp truth: very few countries can go full self-reliant. Aging populations and geographic disadvantages knock most out of the running. Yet some nations, like the U.S., Canada, Australia, possess what he calls geography of abundance. That means they can grow food, source energy, and manufacture goods domestically. This reality raises a powerful insight. The globe's future winners aren't who you expect, and the era of sprawling global interdependence is likely over. For decades, tech and trade raced forward, faster, cheaper, better. But that wasn't natural progress. It was an engineered illusion, and it's fading fast. 2019 wasn't just another year. It was the climax of an unprecedented global economic party. Zeihan points out that almost anything you wanted could be delivered in days, sometimes hours. This was thanks to cheap energy, open trade, and stable supply chains. But by the end of 2019, cracks were already showing, hidden beneath the glitter of speed and convenience. Cheap American shale oil and gas lit the entire system on fire. It wasn't just fuel. It powered factories, factories to trucks, trucks to ports, ports to stores. This energy glut was like pouring gasoline on a bonfire of innovation and efficiency. But shale requires constant investment and infrastructure. When funding slows and political priorities shift, this vital resource dims, putting the entire ecosystem at risk of sputtering out. Zeihan exposes a reality check. All this ultra-efficient complexity only worked because we had the right conditions: low energy costs, open markets, young populations ready to work, and security guarantees. Now many of these conditions are flipping. Aging demographics, energy crunches, and rising friction mean the speed and scale of innovation stall, forcing a massive reshuffling of global economic expectations. So where does that leave us? If the old world's unwinding, the new one demands rewiring how we live, work, and fight. Zeihan maps a harsh but hopeful horizon. The next decade will be about each country or region making do with what they have. Zeihan envisions a world where food, energy, and manufacturing are local struggles. Big cities no longer import everything. For example, Japan's import-dependent model faces crises as global shipping costs spike, forcing a rethink toward domestic resource strategies. It's survival of the fittest by geography and adaptability. While global integration fades, regional blocs will rally around what they can protect and produce. Think Canada and the U.S. trading grains and energy, Europe scrambling for workforce stability, and Australia leveraging natural resources. This regional patchwork won't be seamless, but it'll be pragmatic, a scrappy choreography of cooperation and competition based on real, tangible strengths. Geopolitics won't disappear. They'll dominate again. With the U.S. stepping back, power vacuums emerge and conflicts simmer where America once restrained hot spots. Zeihan warns, expect more localized wars, shifting alliances, and a world where nations invest first and foremost in their own survival, not global commerce. The rules of engagement are changing, and we're all players now. Remember that frozen cargo ship from the intro? It's not a fluke. It's a snapshot of a world losing the invisible hand of American support. The global party's ending, but a tougher, more local party is just beginning. Try this. Next time you order online, think about the journey your purchase took and what it might look like without the U.S. as the world's safety net. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.